So, let me first start with the proclamation, what keeps me hopeful. I've been in discussions, consultation towards coming up with this proclamation. ይሄ ብዙ የተናገርናቸው ፍራስትሬሽኖች ተናግረናል እዛ I was in meetings at the JCC. Were you there? Yeah, I think you were there. Yeah. What makes me hopeful is this realization and understanding. Because of it, locally, investment market, even angel investment. The minimum ticket size was $100. We told them, look, on that opportunities, they may only want $10,000 or $5,000. Locally, market actually, coaching actually. ይሄንን ፍቀዱ እሱም አንድ ነው ይሄ ቢሮክራሲውን ማስተካከል ነው ቅድም የተናገሩትን ኢንፍራስትራክቸር ላይ ነገር ሀገር ውስጥ ገቢ የተባለው one of the issue I think one of the initiatives they're trying to put out is a sandbox የሚባል ነገር አለ like እነዚህ ሰራፍ ወስደን በሳንድቦክስ እናስቀምጣቸው እና let's protect them from all this adverse impacts so that at least there's a lot of hopeful items being massive. Here the Monaga, the rich are going to come up in Tunisia, Lebanon, and quite a few other countries in that. In the soon learning social areas and here hopefully. I think better Agarachen, Ahungarano entirely financing bank loan. Because the postage is loan setup. Collateralized assets. Better one to ration down pay, working capital silver inventory IP becomes so much more difficult for a bank. They don't understand it. They cannot value it. They don't even know what to do with it. So it's still far off. So do not rely on the traditional financial system to provide you with non-traditional type of financing. So IP is, a whole lot of a different animal by itself. ስለዚህ እሱ ነው የሳዶር የተጠየቀው ጥያቄ በምንድን ነው how do you find a co-founder something like that?
Co-founder, how do we actually become a company? It's a
the idea. So that was why we started with Star Factory because አሁን ነገ ተነስቼ ነገር ሰራለሁ ብል commercial registration አለ but team ሁሉ ነገር ካወጣች በኋላ you start off something and it doesn't work then what happens you guys know like there's a lot of shell ghost companies because people start something and because the culture the policy the government doesn't understand failure you basically exist in this kind of ghosty environment. So the best thing you could do is do not incorporate until you just use the US startup. They start off with their own garage, right? Because they come with a minimum viable product, and then they start to test it with customers. In Niagara, of course, the shit it becomes a problem. Lazano is startup proclamation. That allows you to be in a sandbox in such a way, it gives you a space to identify how much ideation generate, until a minimum viable product, because that minimum viable product in market test to get that I can have attraction is come massive and that. Much incorporate other game it's going to be included in that proclamation, which is quite helpful. Partners to better it's all about discipline. Like I find it difficult because I find it difficult not to be on time. Like if I don't find a partner that respects my time, it becomes a problem. If we're supposed to be having a meeting and now we're not having a meeting, it becomes a problem. Deliverables your partner is not stepping up to the plate and deliver, becomes a problem. So but like everything else, iterative process now. Subset burger so a group, they're all alike ማለት የምትችለው ነገር አይደለም It's so individually no? It's so culturally no? So you really have to find the one that fits with your culture, with your ethics, and with your discipline. Startup factory we're not doing investing. We're not ideas like we don't do seed investment. We build companies ourselves. So we do it on our own money, with our own friends and family money. And G was done de la so like investment not go. That's not what we do. We're not angel investor.
Okay. One more round of a question.
Yeah, and the ladies are quiet all the time.
And then we'll go to the pizza. Submission.
I don't have money. I just graduated. I think start out at least for a fresh graduate at least. Now, what do you suggest? Just in them advising.
Hustle. That's the word. Hustle. Like, who has money?
What's hustle really mean?
Exactly. I can explain that. How many of us are like good at networking, good at discussing about our ideas? Many of us are shy. Most of us are even very shy to ask a question, judgments then. But we want to succeed. Like that's why, talk about it. Be confident. If you tell me and I say okay, you don't have money, I'm sorry. Then out of the 10 people you talk to, or out of the 20 people that you talk to, one would say you know what, maybe I can help. Or talk about your ideas. It's all about your ideas and how the effort that you put into concretizing your ideas that makes you money or brings you money. It's not like you don't have money. Because in that we don't have money. Do we have the ideas? Do we take the time and effort it takes to put those ideas into concrete plans? Are we able to pitch it? Are we able to, draw this elegant picture for someone to give you the money? Getting money or putting money into any investment at the startup level is like a high information content. Hence, Alexander saw hence I told you guys. Get under Solar investor there's a lot of information content. Who are you? What's your team? What's your idea? What's your effort level, your discipline, your culture? All the long list of items that we talked about. So you can always work on something and make yourself better, make yourself, that whole, information content, sell that to me, and you get the money comes naturally. So that's
what's Fasil, incubation program interview second course some startup player that's what we could pick. አንዳንዶቹ አይዲያ ላይ ያየሁት ነገር ምንድነው? አይዲያው ለምሳሌ አውሮፕላን ቤት ይሰራሉ የሚል ሀሳብ ሊኖር ይችላል። ለዛ ላይ ግን ሊኖር ይችላል። አይቻልም ማለት አልችልም፣ ይችላል። ግን የሆነ ሞዴል አውሮፕላን ሰርቶ የሚያሳየኝ ሰው እና እሱ ማርኬት ላይ ይዞ የሚወጣ ሰው ፖቴንሻሊ ኢንሮል ላደርገው ይችላል፣ ኢንቨስት ላደርግበት ይችላል። ዛሬ few months back የሆነ ሰው ወደ ናላከውና አይዲያ አይፒ አለው አለኝ። ምንድነው አይፒ? ማሱማ አልነግርህም። ኦኬ ምን ሊያደርግ ይችላል? ውጤቱን ንገረኝ። ብዙ ለውጥ ያመጣል። ኦኬ ምን አይነት ለውጥ? ቤቱ ጋር ትጀምራለህ። 5 ሰዎች ላይ ለውጥ ማምጣት የሚችል ነገር ስራ እናሳየኝ እና ምን ነው ኑሮ የምፈልገው ገንዘብ ነው። obviously አይፒ ሊኖረው ይችላል። I don't know። አንኛ ሄልዝ ኬር ላይ ሶሉሽንስ ጀመር በራሳችን ኢንቨስትመንት የጀመርነው መፍታት እንችላለን። ችግር አላቸው ለማሳመን ጊዜ ፈጀን። ከዛ በኋላ ይሁንላችሁ አንድ ሴንተር እስቲ ያሳዩና አመት ከምናምን አጠናን ሰራን ማሳየት ደሞንስትሬት ማድረግ ነበር እና የሚታይ ነገር የሚጨበጥ የሚዳሰስ ነገር ነበር። ከዛ በኋላ ነው ኢንቨስትመንት ፍለጋ ነው። ሶ ምንድነው ሀስል ያለው ፋሲል መሰለሽ ሀሳብ አለሽ ግሬት ሀሳቡ ወደ መሬት ይወርዳል ችግር መፍታት ይችላል የሰዎችን የብዙ ሰዎች ፍሪክሽን መቅረፍ ይችላል ከቻለ ሶስት ሰዎች ላይ ከቻለ you can grow it እንዴት አድርጌ ወደ 100 ሰው ጋር ልሰደው ብትይ እኔ I'll be more than happy to partner with you ግን እንዳልኩሽ ሰውዬ የምፈልገው ገንዘብ ብቻ ካልሽ you know really and hustle የሚለው ነገር is very very practical go out and try to sell it to someone that can buy it all right ሁለት ጥያቄ ከዛ ጨርሳለን እሺ
I have two questions.
Yeah, Fasil ya.
He has two questions.
Go.
So the first question is, Yafit Group Balala, Dummer Technologies, founder and CEO of Dummer Technologies, 3D printing clothing service provider. My question is, መቼ ነው ትሬኒንግ መውሰድ ሴሚናሮች ላይ መሳተፍ እንትን አቁመን ወደ ኢምፕሊሜንቴሽን መግባት ያለብን? ይሄ አናሊሲስ ፓራሊሲሱን የቱ ጋር ነው ቆርጠን መጀመር ያለብን? We're never going to run out of things to learn about. የቱ ጋር ነው ወስነን መሄድ ያለብን የሚለውን I'm having problem with it. Maybe most of you guys are, so if you guys could elaborate. My second question, cash loan and
That's it?
አንተ ጥያቄ ተቀብዬ ሌላ ሰው መቀበል ስለፈለግሽ ነው
Okay, እንደዛ ከሆነ
እሺ ሌላ ሰው one more question እሺ
Hello, my name is trained to be a doctor. I'm now a business development enthusiast. So I have one practical question. What would you say to people who work from 9 to 5 who have this great business idea? Would you advise them to abandon that and take this jump ship? Or would you say, hey, I've got a great idea, and when the right time comes, abandon your 9 to 5 and jump ship?
all right
Interesting question. Yafit, can you chew and walk at the same time? Yeah, you can walk markets like that.
Yes, we can.
So that's why, like, you can never stop the learning part. And let's get into action. Okay, we learned, let's stop here and then let's do it. It's you learn and then you do. You have to attend this. I've attended many of them. When I was in Silicon Valley, I was developing an MVP to help solve financial planning for individuals. How can we come up with a tool for people to spend their money wisely and not as a whole save more and then do whatever they want to do with it. So I attended a whole bunch of them. And here's why. When you start to do, and if you're only focused on doing, not learning, you're not coming up with something that is the standard of others. You have to continue keep learning. You have to look at other business plans, other ideas, presentations, attend, be able to pitch. So it's our room here in and now we've had enough of these workshops, we've had enough of the seminars, we've had enough of everything and as well as do Kong, you're disconnecting yourself from the network. You are part of the network, you're part of the ecosystem. So the ecosystem, you have to fit it and you have to be able to fit from it. So that's my advice. Roots, sorry. You said 9 to 5 I know the challenges there. Thoughts ስራቸው 9 or 8 ቢጀምሩ you really have to get up very early in the morning. ብዙዎቻችን መኪና የለንም ትራንስፖርት መውሰድ ማለት በጣም አድካሚ ነው። በጣም ስራ ከደረሱ ሲደርሱ ብዙዎች ደግሞ ነው ማግኘታቸው። Oh, by the way, they're due for like the morning tea break. አራት ሰዓት የሚደርስ ሰው አለ። ሻይ ሰዓት ተብሎ ይወጣል። ከስራ ከወጣን በኋላም ደግሞ it takes another 2 hours to get back home. And I know how difficult it is. ግን a day consists of 24 hours. Let's not forget How many hours do you sleep? What time do you get up? What time do you go to bed? Do we have intense time management skills? It just boils down to that. If we say like, oh no, it's a choice. You're limited by that. Then startup requires a lot of drive, massive amount of initiative, and a big sacrifice. And that sacrifice means countless number of hours. And the worst thing anyone can do is like, I have a startup idea now, because I'm not going to, I leave my job. The law is not good. It's completely mega. So it's not the right thing to do. It's also not a responsibility to do, because if you land on family, you're going to be like, or someone else has to pick up the tab. What I say is, and my advice has always been, employment license, which we have to continue to do the job that we do, but then you have to also devote extra hours. It's not like a side business or a hobby. Both are the main business. And it requires intense discipline and time management. And I've seen that. By the way, like we all think like we have a busy schedule. No, we don't. I've seen people with extremely busy schedule. And a discipline to start the meeting on time and be able to leave a meeting on time because there's another one that's already scheduled. Bounce on the road because of COVID, some of the committees have been reduced, people are working from home, and that's also negotiable that can happen. But don't necessarily have to do the job.
I started 3-4 companies while I had a full-time job. How did I do it? Weekend was for work, for my own hobbies. I own Fasil mentioned that ago. It's another business. I have a job that pays my expenses. Hasa which brainstorm the matter, can freelance to go out and try an idea. My job funded those things. So when I decided to start a company in Ethiopia, most of my expenses were funded by my job, right? And then finally getting your idea, no valid idea, because out the healthcare license, there's another mega launch in that. But everything bootstrapped me out with my job. I didn't quit my job until later. So as challenge, yeah, is it difficult? But that's a choice. I don't know. Like, not doing anything is the rest difficult about it. You can go home and just watch TV and go to bed. But then again, you're sacrificing your idea and your passion. Now, and the trade-off is clear now. You can either hang out with your friends or sit down with a mentor and develop a concept. The difference is a year later, you are sort of a company owner versus you still just chill out with your friends. Hassle. One thing. Thank you so much, Fasil. I'm always grateful to have you in my life around. Thank you so much for coming, all of you. We have Fasil. Nugusal. You're right, I'm sorry. All right, have a good day.